So, today I figured out a lot of people don't actually know how healing works. Now, healing is a fairly simple concept in Prodigy. The concept on its own is just healing yourself or maybe an AoE. That's simple to understand, but how you process the healing, that's slightly different. Now, normally power in Prodigy is just calculated in a certain way. Honestly, I don't know the exact calculation, but for healing, it's very simple. And I actually didn't know that a lot of people don't know this, but it's actually really simple to figure out how much damage, how much health you're gonna heal. And there are certain things that people do that just significantly decrease their odds of losing. I mean, increase their odds of losing, but it doesn't even help them. Like it's actually really useless, and a lot of people do it because they don't know how healing works. So, in this video, I'll just be telling you how healing actually works. So, think about healing as a percentage. It's a percentage. It'll heal a percentage of your health, and that percentage is actually based on the power of the spell. Now, taking a look at this spell, Ambrosial Mist, it has 3 power, and what this basically essentially means is that it heals 3 out of 10 of 3/10 of your wizard's health, or whatever it's healing, and it'll heal it throughout the entire team. So 3/10 of the Vine Queen's health, 3/10 of your wizard's health, and 3/10 of whatever other pet you have equipped. And the weird thing about this is that it doesn't get affected at all by power, like literally at all. So what this basically means is that if you're using like a healing team, where the only thing you're basically worrying about is healing yourself, power doesn't mean anything. Which means, like, for wands you use healing for, you don't need to worry about the power. If you use a healing relic and that's what's really making your team strong, you don't need to worry about the power of your wand or the buddy you're equipping, because power doesn't affect healing. It's only the power of the spell that actually affects the healing itself. And if you don't know, to calculate the percent, it's very simple. Just take the wizard's or the pet's max health. Like, for example, my wizard's max health right now is 1,144. Let's say the healing spell has 5 power, so you go the 1,144 times 0.5. That's just essentially dividing it in half. It's the same thing with if the spell is like 2 power, maybe you go times 0.2 now. It's fairly simple math, and it's the very easy way to calculate how healing works and how much you actually heal. So let's test this out. Over here I have a healing relic, the Lucky Drink. This has 5 power. I'm gonna de-equip my wand and de-equip my buddy, so I have literally no power bonus. Now let's head into a battle here. Get more Titan Shards, why not? I also have my Vine Queen equipped here, which does have a lot of power, but like I said before, power does not affect it at all. So let's use our first healing spell here. So to calculate this, all we need to do is we'll calculate for our wizard. Alright, all we need to do for this is take our wizard's full health, 1,144, times 0.3, since this has 3 power. 3 of 10 is 0.3. So what we end up with is 343.2, which will just get rounded to 343 in Prodigy. And what do you know? It works exactly like that. It doesn't even matter how much power my Vine Queen has. I know this Vine Queen has a load of power because, well, it's a high merge level. It doesn't matter. It's gonna deal that same amount of healing. Now, it's the same thing with the wizard. This thing has 5 power. This Lucky Drink has 5 power. My wizard has 1,144 health. divide that by 2, and your answer will be 572, I believe. So, and just, yeah, it's that simple, and it doesn't really get affected by your power or really anything. It's just the power of the spell. So when actually considering a healing team, you don't need to consider power. It's really only for your pets that you're gonna need to attack with your power, but the other stuff, it doesn't really matter, because healing doesn't get affected by your power. Now, just in case you don't believe me still for some reason, I'm just gonna equip this wand. It has 270 power and the Phantom Snake, which gives me another 50 additional power. But it won't make a difference, because healing is calculated the same way. It doesn't even factor any of my wizard's power into that. Let's just use Grasping Roots, because we're only doing the wizard in this battle. Alright. Okay. And I can confidently say, without a doubt, that this healing spell is going to heal me 572 damage. Guaranteed. It's not calculated with power, it's calculated with the spell's power. Now, I know, like, many of you are probably like, bro, who didn't know this? But I know a lot of people who didn't. Like, I would say majority of people actually don't know this. I was surprised by that fact. So, with that, that's gonna do it for this video. Subscribe if you learned something new. And yeah, with that, that's gonna be the end of this video. And see you in the next one.